Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. Today we are looking at some situation going on in your life. This will resonate differently for all of you because it is a general message. So take it as it resonates. Check your moon, rising, or Venus if it doesn't resonate for your sun. But we're going to look at, again, that situation and a person you're dealing with in this. So how that person's feeling, why they're feeling this way, the action they're likely to take towards you based on these feelings, and what they hope to accomplish. Okay? And then we're going to look at how you're feeling, what action you're likely to take, and the future of this, just to hopefully give you a little bit of clarity, possibly a new perspective, ultimately help you act in your highest good. Okay? Just a little bit more. Perfect. Right, so let's cut your deck. And I am very sorry if you can hear my boyfriend cooking in the background. He is making cheddar broccoli soup, which I am super looking forward to, but there's a lot of vegetables he's putting in it, and I don't think the appliances are working well with him. I think he's using a food processor. So okay, interesting. So there is, in the middle of the deck here, the Ace of Swords, which I do like. It is good, it is new, it is success, right? It's conversations, it's honesty. But that's kind of feeling the bottom of the deck, which is the heart of the energy, which is the Death card. So I don't know, something could be ending for you. It does not have to be bad. In the Light Seers Tarot, it is death and rebirth as well. So it could just be the end of a cycle to bring about something new and better. But let's take a look at the rest of the cards, shall we? Your person is feeling Six of Wands. Again, this feeling of success. You know, could be coming from that Ace of Swords. It could be a conversation that you've both had. Now, Six of Wands is also a card of, you know, all eyes on you, right? Being confident, being bold, taking the risk, and ultimately reaping the rewards, because again, success. So something has happened for this person that I feel like they've taken some sort of risk and it's starting to pay off, or they're feeling like it's starting to pay off. So yeah, why they're feeling this way is the Seven of Wands. Now that is a card of boundaries, right? It's a card of, like, if you look here, it's everyone is trying to poke at this person's bubble, right? Like, let me in, let me in. No, it's standing your ground, right? It's fighting for what you believe in as well. So I feel like there's something, I don't know if they've set a boundary, I don't know if they've been championing some sort of cause, but I feel like whatever this is, they've had some success in this. Okay, so the action that they'll take towards you, based on how they're feeling, is the Devil card. And we are 100% going to clarify this. I'm also going to flip to what they hope to accomplish by this, just so it ends up being a little bit, you know, more clear as we clarify, because I mean, the Devil is obviously not a really great card. It's come out upright, so it can be controlling, manipulative behavior. It can be something toxic. It can be something abusive. And it's weird to me seeing that they hope to accomplish the Hanged Man out of this action. You know, when that says to me that if they don't want to keep you stuck, they want you to see from their point of view, right? They might even be hoping that you will make some kind of sacrifice for them, which is interesting. It's interesting. Bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. So, and underneath that is the Ten of Swords. Five of Swords. Five of Pentacles. I'm not really liking that energy, because it's King of Swords in conjunction with the Devil card, has a more like reversed energy feel to it, you know? It has like the controlling, manipulative behavior, right? The awful words, the mean things, probably mental abuse in some cases. It really just depends. I don't like it here in conjunction with the Ten of Swords, the Five of Swords, or the Five of Pentacles, because it feels like trying to isolate and trying to confuse and just pick arguments, you know, really trying to hurt. The Ten of Swords to me is sometimes an overdramatic and overkill kind of card to me. So I'm really not super cool with that energy coming through. I just don't like the energy that's coming off of that, which is absolutely fair. We do have Six of Pentacles and Six of Cups that have come out to clarify that. We have a few more as well, but I want to start with those. This could be someone that you know from your past, or someone who is trying to recreate past trauma, really trying to... I just heard for some of you, manipulate you in such a way that they say one thing, whether or not it's true, and what they're hoping to do is stimulate some sort of response in you that triggers something from your past. And again, this could be past trauma. Page of Voices here, this could be something they've heard from someone else, you know? And it feels like ultimately what they're trying to do is get you, with the Six of Pentacles, to really contribute to them in some way. It could be emotionally, it could be materially, but it does feel like something I'm just really not cool with. I don't like the energy. I don't like digging down into this. Again, we have the Chariot and we have the Nine of Cups. So they're triggering some sort of emotional response, and I want to say it feels like they want to let you know who's in the driver's seat here, which is really weird. I don't like it. I want to clarify that Hangman card as well. But it's almost like trying to, like, they've heard something from someone, you know, possibly about you and your past, and they want to stimulate a empathetic response, is what I'm feeling. And I think ultimately what they're trying to do here, because again, the Hangman is seeing things from a new perspective, seeing things in a new light, sacrificing in some cases. We have the Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups here. It's almost like saying, they almost want you to sacrifice something for them. It's weird to say that. I hate to say it, but it almost feels like tricking you into being their friend, you know, tricking you into being their emotional support, knowing that you would be a kind and giving person and really playing on that. I don't like it. So you're feeling Seven of Pentacles here. I really wanted to check in that. Checking in with your feelings here, it feels like you are not rushing into this by any means, whether this is a friendship, romantic, whatever. Whatever this person is, whoever they are to you, you're evaluating, I want to say, whether or not this person is worth your time and worth your energy. Tell me more about that Seven of Pentacles. I do like that you are taking this slow. Especially with the energy that's coming through for them. I just heard for some of you, it almost feels as though they see you as a challenge, in that they recognize that you have walls up. You're not immediately trusting. And it almost feels like they feel they could be successful. Okay, this makes sense. And clarifying the Seven of Pentacles for you, we have Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You are kind of still stuck at a crossroads, at the precipice of a new beginning. I don't think you've really touched too much on new relationships in your life, be they romantic or friendships, whatever. Because I do see that something has kind of left you. Two of Cups and Knight of Wands. You're still healing from something. There's still a lot of energy in that, whatever it is. You've got the Four of Swords and the Star here. So, I mean, it's not like you've given up all hope, which is really nice, but you know that you're still healing. You're still learning things about yourself. I feel like you're also still building your own confidence. Like, I do get the feeling with this Knight of Wands that you are standing up a little taller and you're walking your walk a little bit better. But I don't know that you've fully embraced it yet, if that makes sense. So you've kind of taken past experiences and you're really looking at things and saying, is this genuine? Is this worth my time? Is this going to be something that lasts? Is this going to pay dividends in the future? So I don't know exactly how you're seeing this person. I kind of see how they're coming across, and it feels kind of like a person who listens to what you bring to the table and then plays it to their own advantage. You know what I mean? So I'm really not enjoying that person's energy. I do feel like they think very highly of themselves. I just don't like it. The likely action you'll take here is the Five of Wands. It has kind of like a fighting back energy. Part of it does feel like you do want to be in the spotlight. You know, you do kind of want all eyes on you. At the same time, you really don't. And you don't really want to feel like you're in competition with anyone else either. Tell me more about this Five of Wands, please. Yeah, again, that Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Still not really being sure where to go and what to do. It will keep you a little stuck, but I think you are still going to fight that, because at the end of the day, the Empress, Temperance, and King of Pentacles, you are still a very level-headed person. You are developing that sense of self-worth, and you really do recognize exactly what you bring to the table and also your own worth, you know? And I don't feel that you're really going to settle for anyone who isn't matching your energy, you know? I don't think you're really going to let anyone disturb your peace either. I think you're going to recognize what they're doing and just kind of be like, no thanks. I'm kind of out. I know what I'm doing. I'm not really willing to sacrifice my own peace and my own happiness and my own self-worth just so you can, you know, have a chuckle, you know, because I feel like this person is mostly just doing this for kicks. I get the feeling they do this to a lot of people just for kicks, you know. I get the feeling that they really do enjoy playing with emotions, but I will say I don't really see you bringing a whole lot of emotion to the table unless it's something that's a little bit like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, just kind of like a little bit pissed off, like, why are you wasting my time? So, the future of this is Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card, but I will say I really do like the Nine of Wands in this deck. This person has built themselves a nice fence, right? A nice little barrier. And I really do have a confident energy coming off of this. Like, look, I've been through shit before and I'm used to it. I'm gonna keep going. I'm going to protect me, and you're not really going to get the time of day out of me, which I really do like for you. I do. It feels like standing up for yourself, recognizing some kind of pattern in this person, some sort of energy I think that you may have seen in the past, and knowing that you just want nothing to do with it. Because I really do think this person is going to play on your emotions, going to play on your wants and your hopes and your dreams, and just, yeah. It really has kind of like fake friend energy coming off of it, which I don't like. Yeah, I like this. Bottom of the deck, confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. I think you are building it, and by the end of this, you're going to have it in spades. This energy is gaining momentum, and conclusions are within reach. It almost feels kind of like some kind of karmic lesson, possibly a karmic test. You may have, like, again, it feels like if you recognize these as patterns you've seen before, this is kind of like the universe coming back around and saying, like, all right, have you learned your lesson from this? You know what I mean? And often to me, that's what the Devil card kind of represents. It is often something karmic that we have to confront and deal with, something that we've agreed to learn in this life. And I think you're getting there. I really do. I do like this. You had Turtle Spirit come out. Slow and steady wins the race. That's that Seven of Pentacles energy. You're kind of, I think, going to let this other person burn themselves out a little bit. Like, they're going to try and they're going to try and they're going to try, and you're just going to let them tie their own noose, essentially. Dig their own hole, whatever play on words you want to use. Figure of speech, I think is what I meant. It just came out weird. I'm also looking at this card, Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. This feels like, to me, kind of saying don't take this too seriously. I mean, obviously don't treat it like a joke, right? This is kind of serious. Someone's trying to take advantage of you. But, like, it's just saying, like, you're closing something out here, right? You've got confidence. You know your limits. So I just really keep wanting to say don't take it too personally. It's really weird to say that in something like this, where someone is just trying to, you know, screw with you. But at the same time, it just feels like they like to screw with everything. So don't take it personally, right? If they fail with you, they're going to unfortunately move on to someone else because that's just what they do. Yeah. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Interesting reading for sure. I don't see you getting duped by this person. I think you'll kind of see them coming from a mile away. So I like that. I'm proud of you, Gemini, for seeing through the shit. If this resonated, drop a like, drop a comment, hit the subscribe button, what have you, whatever you prefer. It just lets me know as a tarot reader I've tapped into your energies, which is super important for me because I do strive to give the most accurate messages that I possibly can. Take care of yourselves. I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you in the next one.